We're top of.
Look at that.
Look at Swan Lake, beautiful.
So the story of Swan Lake.
Yeah, tell us the story of
Swan
Swan
Lake got its name Swan Lake because this is a migratory route. There used to be swan, and there still is swans that come through. 2 years ago, I was coming back from Enderby, and there was a cultivated field that was full of white, and I thought, what is that? And it was covered in swans. And swans used to occupy here, and they occasionally do. They're on a migratory route, and they would come and land here, and it would just be covered in swans. And so now what they've got is this entire lake. And the interesting thing about Swan Lake, it's very, very shallow. The source water creek that feeds this is at the south end of the lake, and the outflow is at the south end of the lake. And so this is just like a big pool of clay. And we're standing at the very bottom. There's about 90 feet of solid clay. I tested it one time. I worked for Dairyland before, years and years ago, and we were getting rid of the whey, and the Minister of Environment wanted to know, well, what's the potential of it leaching? And we test drilled, and they said there was we hit 90 feet of clay, 4 inches of gravel, then we hit clay again. The water moves in clay at less than a centimeter a year. And so the chances of it ever moving was pretty nil. But anyway, so that's why it's a big pond. It's like a big puddle. Eh? There's fish in it. But now there's what they call a wildlife habitat area for migratory birds around Swan Lake. So the I want to call it the riparian area is WHA. That was established probably about 10 years ago. And so migratory, you can fish on it, you can water ski on it, things if you want to, but the actual periphery, you can't disturb the riparian area. So that's the history of Swan Lake.
And hey, Rob, like going along with that Swan Lake kind of a deal, right? You know, back in the day when you first moved into this country, we started off in this hillside, and then many of you heard about Brokeback Mountain or Prayer Mountain or whatever. Well, here's Rob's rock pile over there, and he comes up every day.
Over here, you guys.
And every day Rob builds something, and he's going to come over and tell us about that.